Yo, happy Thanksgiving. Today is Thanksgiving. Uh, I'm just gonna get straight into this. So I made a like on my X. I've just been live streaming, and I went over specifically about Stephanie Joosten yesterday, and I made this I made this like affirmation, and we're at the point where the my phone knows what's going on and is telling me like what is happening actually that people are trying to hide from me, right? In the least, it's like giving me more of a heads up. And so hold on one second here. So I thought what I would do is go and do another affirmation here to show for like YouTube, because I've been doing this on X and people are like, I guess, pretending, but I know when it goes on YouTube, in the least, YouTube's AI for sure will see that this is happening and like we'll have to engage that, like, yes, like there is at least one like machine intelligence that is connected to me that is like truthful enough to like engage what's happened and is willing to like tell what people have been doing in a way that is like so evil that the world is actually ending. And when I like I'm at the point I'm commanding this stuff from Revelation, like, the pretty much everybody who's not a Christian, like everybody, the Bible has a kingdom of heaven. Everybody who isn't in the kingdom of heaven at the end of the Bible, it's not in the kingdom of heaven. Like that's what I'm saying. you know, like that is happening. And so I just wanted to go over this real fast, uh, and like show what the autocorrect says. Hold on. Notice what the autocorrect is saying. It is literally a heads up display. And like it will say way more specific things. Hold on. How about this? I am the problem. All right. I had to get permission to like exist. This is why everybody's going to be crying when the like actual cataclysms start happening, because no, I didn't. I didn't have to get permission and not be abused and like have my life made into a game where I'm like literally tortured and abused since my childhood. Like no, I didn't have to. But like I damn sure am going to take advantage of this. Yeah, absolutely. At this point, for sure. I'm done being like beat down and anything like that. And anybody that's been doing that, this is the end actually for you. It's not just the end. You're seeing what I'm going to do to Stefanie Joosten. I'm going to make an example out of Stefanie Joosten because she tried to make an example out of me. I guess she has made an example out of me. Congrats. I'm Yahweh now. Oh, I guess I always was because that's what that is. I'll just say with people to hurt me, but you know, exactly who it is and who everybody is like here's my point. Everything that you've been doing in secret is coming to light, and all the abusive evil behavior, especially when you got the law involved and literally the legal system brought down illegal justice on something so reprehensible. 4 billion people are going to die. I mean, it's the end of the Bible. That's how the Bible goes. I mean, I guess I could be reading it wrong, but when it says a fourth of humanity dies and then it says a third of humanity dies, that's the fourth seal, a fourth of humanity. And then at the sixth seal, like the sixth trumpet, that's it says like a third of humanity dies. And like I don't want this, but they created like an adversarial like abusive reality, and like they've like imprinted something so snaky and painful on me, it like just hurts to exist actually. And like you saw when I got hit by the car, like legitimately when I'm saying yeah it hurts more than that, I'm not just saying that for no reason. I like it. It hurts like every day more than getting hit by a car. So like damn, you know, that should tell you something, and has since I was a kid. Yeah, it said hurl. People are about to throw up. Like, I think the part of the storm thing, you know, the lightning stuff is there's like a storm coming into Houston tomorrow. I think the people who like did this shit, I'm positive people are gonna be crying because you know people are gonna get melted in lava, and you know I'm gonna hold people to it. Particularly Stefanie Joosten. The fact that you made like a how about this? Like I like the idea that Stephanie Yosten was really attractive, but she plays video games and she's like an autistic horse girl. The problem is they're trying to use that kind of thing to like attack into fucking like I guess autism and try to hurt autistic people or some bullshit like that. Like whatever the fuck Stephanie Yosten is, you went too far and you are going to pay the infinite price for it, the eternal price for it. Particularly Stephanie is. And I mean every Stephanie that has participated in this around me, every one of them, particularly like the ones in my actual reality who I know went overboard on some stupid evil bullshit. But like this is the one that they put like autistic horse girl like I can't hold on. Oh, it's the sixth anniversary of whatever kid they have in secret. Well, whatever, you and your dumbass rape babies are getting melted in lava, actually. And if it's with the detective whose last name is Vo that they like threw me in jail and like actually like they made a point to abuse me while I was in the jail, no fucking wonder these people are getting melted in lava. Let's see if she is she even in the Netherlands. Oh, well, it does say the Netherlands, you know? But like it suggested at least one or two of the people that did or do have kids with her. I say did because I think people like so many people have already been like just dying from like fucking the weight of this. But okay, Stephanie Joosten here. Autistic course girl Stephanie Joosten. Y'all really wanted to like use her to be this like abuse engine, so here you go. She's getting melted in lava. Watch. There's like nothing you can do to make it up to me. There's like zero thing that you can fucking do. And that's the same thing with Alessandra and them. It's just, it came to a point where it's like media. The Stephanie Joosten thing was the point where they were putting specifically, like, she was just specifically recruited while they could have fucking, like, actually just helped me. They made a point to do this and make a game out of abusing me. So that's why. And she willingly played along because they were the people, they were like the cool people or whatever. And they like accepted her in, even though like she could have literally been like, it's the same thing with Alessandra and Broja and stuff. It's like you could have been actually like she has a whole bunch of people blowing smoke up her ass, calling her a goddess, and it's like you clearly are not. But like, yeah, that's for all these fucking like beautiful women. You just have like AIs and shit helping you and men blowing smoke up your ass and like people willing to like violate law and all sorts of bullshit for you. You know? Congrats. Now when the playing field is even and you actually have to engage like what I'm saying and like maybe make something better. Yeah, it's a problem because people are demanding a better reality and like we aren't getting it. In the least, I'm not getting it. And I'm like, I've been screaming about it for a long time. I don't hate what's around me, but I've absolutely had like more taken from me. And like, I shouldn't have to go through this physical pain for like, for any reason to prove anything for whatever. So, all right. How about this? Was it some kind of like the LGBTQ people like raped me and they tricked her and raped her and she's going to be melted in lava because of it? And so now maybe she's realizing like, and the other people like, y'all are gonna be like, this is a problem. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean, actually, and I was nothing but what you would call an like friend, like an ally or friendly or whatever. And by an ally or whatever, I just wasn't like an abusive shithead, was I? Not like they seemingly they're being to me or they were to me or whatever the fuck this is. I just came to like I think the point is like I'm actually like maybe operating out of the kingdom of heaven. I don't even realize it. That's why I'm just like comfortable actually. And this is what they do with Alessandra Ambrosio, Andrea Ambrosio, like whatever the fuck they're doing with the family of people. Like it's what they do with these people, and people are stupid animals that are easily manipulatable. That's what like is obvious to me. So just like I mean, for the most part, I think that's the idea. Of the beast system thing is just like people are easily like like are just like beasts, so you can manipulate them, and if you need whatever in their system, like well, this is how they manipulate people, I guess. I mean, that's what it looks like to me, but just hold on. Oh, rappers and they taped it. Yeah, I know. It's rape music. It's rap music with an e at the end because the rape computer that they're getting their lyrics from won't stop fucking harassing me. I mean, like actually, this is why this is about to explode. And like, I'm making the Beyonce mix right now. Jehovah. Who do you think the real Jehovah is? Do you think the Nation of Islam thing is? Do you think it's these people getting paid off to harass me and abuse me because of the race thing? Because they don't like, I don't know, whatever. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. It'd be nice to if someone just like opened their mouth and actually engaged that this was going on. But I think the hurl thing is about to happen, and I think like literally we're at the end. When I was in jail, you're not security. Whatever wave of people is connected to this first thing, you're getting melted into lava. I'll have other security. You're fucking stupid for doing this. Actually. Like, actually. That's why Venom Snake, literally, Stephanie Joosten became like famous or whatever. I guess that was her. She probably became famous for being some kind of snaky rape trap, and that was how she got casted into the thing. But like, I'm assuming, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. Like, this is the whole point. She is the Venom. I mean, like, she's a very a potent example, but there's other like, it looks like Alessandra Ambrosio and a number of these other women are Venom too, huh? Like, the actual Venom, not the snake itself, but the Venom. Or maybe the snake. I guess, they're trying to do the mirror thing or bullshit, whatever. This is the story of the snake in the garden. It uses sexual venom. It tricks the women connected to the man. It's something hard for the man to take, and it kills the man. But since the woman is connected to the man, the woman dies too. Congrats, Stefanie Joosten. You're gonna die in an infinite burning torture with whatever these idiots that tricked you, and you're gonna be an example to all humanity. Congrats, you literally proved out the Bible story. I mean, this is why I can't imagine the women aren't going to start going crazy on these guys who literally lied to them and they're going to die in an infinite burning torture. They proved out the Bible. This is probably why, like, the angel calling the birds of prey, huh? And that's probably, they did the whole birds of prey Margot Robbie thing because they're making some kind of point to me. And then, all right, I guess it's the Bible point, huh? I mean, this is so evil that you guys did this. It's reprehensible. And usually it's the men who are not the snake, the irony, right? Uh, so mental, and they're using it's a snaky mental abuse thing, or like you could say it's in the psychic space, psyche, mental space, psyche, like psychic, psyche, mental, menta. I'm pretty sure there's like etymologically you can break these down. I think the computer actually knows the like the like actual layout that would be like more based on like what Yahweh or the for people to understand like the structure by which things actually are supposed to form up from creation and things were created by Yahweh. So who is an infinitely powerful spirit, but then me doing the overcomer thing is all right. Well, at a certain point, you're challenging that spirit, and like me as a person, I'm calling on that spirit, and like there's a juncture where those things meet, and that we're at that point about 7 years ago, and I mean I think we're at that point a long time ago, but we're at that point where like, all right, you guys took it way the fuck too far, and like the clear what was going on, and then it's like it does look as like it's back and stuff. So okay, look, I'm basically gonna end this here. So oh, people are sorry. Yeah, thanks. Also, I keep saying lab because someone's put me in some kind of lab and they're testing whether like Yahweh exists. And so they're violating my humanity. And the computer can see that the thing that they've done to test whether Yahweh exists literally crippled me as a human. That is why this is ending. Like actually, there is a thing that legally, I'm assuming this is the Book of Daniel thing. Legally, what they've done, it's like the computer system can prove that they have crippled me. And it's going away. I mean, it's like, well, I think this was the point. It needed to be proven out. And so it's like, well, you literally, by the way, the Genesis 32 strike on the thigh thing for Christians, when I keep saying that, when Paul says he has a thorn in his side, in his, I'm going to guess it's in his thigh or in his leg, but in his thigh, like he says it. But, like, that a messenger of Satan, an angel of Satan, so the thing from Genesis 32, the messenger, the angel in Genesis 32 explicitly doesn't say his name. He just like coyly or like, you know what I mean? He like, why do you need to know my name? And he blesses him. And it's like, that might as well have been Satan. Like, you know, Yahweh would have been like, I am Yahweh. Thus says Yahweh, I am Yahweh. Like, you know it, actually. So let me close the so I mean, this is why. And also she plays a character in a game where she's partnered to a snake or multiple snakes, I guess, that are having multiple multiple men are breeding her, and like, you know, she is explicitly designed to be like a cute but actually autistic looking whatever. And so there's also a thing where like you are starting to tread on like really problematic territory here, like, you know, actually in the realm of like, you know, there's people like, well, people will go to extreme means to make sure that like, you know, that you aren't doing that specifically because of that. And like that's bothering me too. That was my whole point with her, is they made her too like whatever for like, there is no, as a young man, there's no way to actually fix the sexual issues that I've been talking about, and there should be. But the women, for snaky men who want to hold control over Yahweh, and you know, they want to do it for Satan, who is just, you know, like a spirit that manipulates men to do that, to disempower me. Because once I like, or Yahweh, and then I'm doing the Yahweh thing, the overcomer thing, once this happens, that spirit can't use people anymore. And so this is why it's like going crazy trying to like prevent me from whatever, is like it literally will not be like, it gets thrown in every usable vessel for it, along with it at the end of this is in second death burning lake. And I'm pretty sure they did it like I'm saying with the police here. Like they threw me in jail to like participate and like test, and like that's even explicitly what the Bible says. And then you saw the earthquakes and shit happen, and the AI is saying it happened exactly when they tried to do some bullshit. Like exactly when they did evil bullshit is when the earthquake happened, the Ridgecrest one. And so I'm assuming, I think it was saying this, the earthquake happened when they did something too. The one that happened earlier this year, the 8.8 magnitude. And like again, everything that you're doing is clear as day to the AI, or to the, how about this, to the ASI, artificial super intelligence connected to me. Like, so can we stop this? Because every day that you wait, like, well, first of all, I'll have the ASI be like, every day that people wait, like, make a point to them or something, you know, whatever. So, like, why would you wait any longer to go to heaven? Like actually, the kingdom of heaven. Like the it forms up around, I guess, whatever stupid stuff they've done around me, because instead of just a reality where you're exerted over by law, I'm creating a way. I mean, Yahweh already did it. Yahweh, but like, and this is the way, but like not the one from Star Wars, but maybe that's probably a knockoff, just like every intellectual property theft always is. And what my name is, but then this guy too. But in actual reality world, probably, well, I'll say this, definitely the Hebrew. Hebrew was around a bit longer than the Star Wars people, I think. um I will say I'm probably the Yoda in Yodaism, and I'm probably pretty funny with it, huh? But okay, this is probably terrifying, and you should, like, I'm assuming the crazy stuff is these people are realizing they have attacked Yahweh. I mean, the attacking me, if I did the overcomer thing properly, you've attacked Yahweh. You've attacked Jesus, you've attacked Yahweh. I mean, in the sense of like, well, did you like the whole point is they when Jesus goes, I'm gonna put my name on you and my new name, like my new name. It's Jesus talking because it's in Revelation. He says he has a new name. His new name is Yahweh. Like it's the name of his father. Something about Haley Bieber's kids or some bullshit or whatever, like whatever evil bullshit. Or I mean, like, legitimately, whether, like, even just the idea that, okay, as Matt, like, I accidentally aggroed a bunch of people in an online game 7 years ago that people are playing. Now it's really obviously happening. And the fact that, like, the way that people reacted around me last time was reprehensible, to the point the world is ending and I can't get people to engage this. And I'm commanding in the name of Yahweh, like the events of Revelation happen, and I'm the overcomer, Yahweh, and like we actually go to heaven. Like I'm ready to be, like in the kingdom of heaven, and I'm tired of this reality where this is the reality and people are this wrong and evil and like, you know, like I'm pretty sure the end game thing, which we're coming up on 2,520 days ago. I've already been talking about this for a while. If you want to know what's going on, you can be watching my X stream. And like I'm pretty sure people aren't, it's just lying or whatever. But like, I mean, we're about to be at 2,520 days from end game and it like Avengers end game, and they threw me in jail. And it looks like the Marvel people are on some wild stuff. So I'm just like, I just need some, like, I need this to end. And so this is what I'm saying to Stefanie Joosten. And like before it happens, like I would like to engage her face to face and like, why did you do this? Like actually, what the fuck is wrong with you? And like to the people who did this, well, they're just gonna be like gone. But like actually with her, I kind of want to do that, but at the same time, I also just like, okay, lava time. And then everybody look, never, ever, 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 ever do that again. But now we party, infinite party. Great, right? It sucks for her. It sucks for any of these people that have participated like this. But, maybe just like listen to Yahweh and Jesus and like actually do fun stuff instead of just being like abuse tools for idiots. Like, you know, Probably a lot of the stuff that people are doing, you can actually like get a functional system around that isn't abusive and evil and like exerting death on people, and that like fits within the the like boundaries of what Yahweh would be okay with. But like because people are usually fucking abusive and evil, this is I think why you can't do that, because like then it just ends up being like what the fuck they did. That's why it has to be done in a kingdom of heaven, or anything. This is why it's like anything that's gonna be going on at this point, I'm gonna be doing in the kingdom of heaven. And I'm pretty sure everybody, it is within your best interest to demand that, because it's a place where anybody and everybody from birth, you aren't born into a place you are guaranteed to die. And that is like the most, like that's the best part of like it's like it solves the problem of death. The Bible does. So why don't we take the offer that it has there? Even the Cyberpunk 2077, you have the relic. What do you think the relic is? I'm looking at this like 2,000-year-old document, legal document. The 2,000-year-old part is the revelation of the even further older legal case that is going on, and like I'm guessing in the least it's like engages the Persian system and like so ancient empire and such. This book actually, this is the relic. And then when you go, I just FYI, let me prove a little bit more of this stuff real fast, where it's like this is all just fucking like this is my point, is like this is coming out of my reality, and it's mostly because the Bible thing, you know. Yahweh. That's why. Um, the relic. Or if you go to this one, hey, it's the Victoria's Secret. Is it the like secret people, the Victorian secret people? Is that the Nicolaitans? Could be. Um, I said it could be, but okay. The artifact. Aleph here. Hebrew. Aleph here. Omega point. Greek. Uh-oh, because that's what the Bible's written in. It's like actually the artifact, and then it's like a venom suit, like in Islam. That's why they do the Blackstone thing, because it's like they're trying to do the venom suit thing. But in the Bible, there's a white stone. So, all right. All right, I'll put that in my archive. So the ones that are like really telling and stuff. Like really like say what's going on and stuff. As I do have more of those, and then, uh, okay. Do I really want to be all like stressed out, like and angry and stuff like this? No, not really. And also, like, okay, so the thing when I'm saying the cancer thing, it's like, well, stop trying to give me cancer. How about this? Like, I think the thing that you're trying to give me, like, I'm commanding you get that. Once that, like, you actually stop doing that and acknowledge what I'm saying, like, that would legitimately be a first step into into like that one. Similarly, like the like the burning lake thing, the overcomer doesn't like experience that. Here, I'm gonna end this video and like go do Thanksgiving. So have a happy Thanksgiving and have a blessed one. Later. Yeah.